Okay, guys, we'll get started here in a sec. Just fixing a couple things. Right. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am kind of wiped out, but so then I get to do this reading for you guys. I didn't sleep well the night before, and then yeah. Anyway, here we are. Basically, y'all hear about that WKRP in Cincinnati lady, Miss Lonnie Anderson? Yeah, she was a dish back in her day. Kind of had that Dolly Parton look, you know, if you're not familiar with that TV show. And it was very famous. It really wasn't on very long, but it was very popular. People, it was like part of pop culture. People really identified with the characters. Yeah, so I think it was only, I want to say it was only maybe like 4 or 5 years, which I'm not really sure how that translates to television seasons, but I think she did some movies also, possibly with her husband in the 80s while she was married to Burt Reynolds, but she probably did other movies as well. I don't know. You know what I mean? I was kind of young then. But let me tell you, WKOP in Cincinnati, it sticks with you, okay? So, if you heard that in your formative years, I'm just saying. So, anyway, yeah, there was some work being done at the house today, and it was very loud inside. So, I thought that would not be a swell time to be recording. So, but I did have these already set out yesterday, so kind of in preparation. So now that we are prepared, here we are. So if these messages resonate with you today, good. If they don't take it personally. It could be happening to somebody around you. You could be sensitive to energies, okay? We also have a full moon coming up this weekend. I believe they're calling it the Sturgeon moon. So, which I believe will be the final moon of the summer season of 2025. Dos mil. 20 y cinco. Okay, so let's get some messages from the conversation deck today. Just gonna kind of see what's shaking. What's shaking in the WKRP and beyond, right? Are you familiar with the call letters of if it's east of the Mississippi River, the station identification starts with the letter W. If it is west of the Mississippi River, station identification starts with a K, right? Which you would think maybe west of the Mississippi, but anyway, I didn't make the rules. Right. Did any of us actually make the rules? No, we all just arrived here. Exactly. Okay, and now we're all trying to figure out what's fair. And I'm sure a lot of us have been told life is not fair, right? But sometimes justice is done. The will of God is done, right? Let it be done. Let it be written, right? Yeah. So, interesting. All right, kind of some lovey-dovey messages coming through here. Let's see. What can we get from the conversation deck for the collective for this week, going into this full moon? Somebody saying, I want to express myself. don't we all? And this person is also saying, I don't know what you want from me. Um, there's that Pink Floyd song, What Do You Want From Me? I don't know if that's actually the title of the song, but somebody that's kind of like feeling an expectation from you, collective, but they don't understand it. Okay. Also, you might be expressing that to somebody because it's like, okay, so like, why are you here? You know what I mean? That whole shit or get off the pot thing, right? You know, sometimes people just keep that whole Mercury retrograde thing is what I'm talking about. Like people keep coming back, keep them coming back, and it's like, whoa, what are you here for now that you didn't get the last time or didn't want the last time anyway? So why now? Right? There's a very famous scene in this movie. I can't even remember, but the actress is Elle Macpherson, you know, Australian, like, you know, supermodel, has been on Sports Illustrated how many times, right? And in the movie, the guy's like, can I call you? And she was like, what for? Like, she knew it. She knew he wasn't going to call her anyway. So, like, what? Why are you even asking me this? We all know you're a pump and dumper. You know what I mean? It's like, are y'all that so embarrassed of your sexual performance you can't look a woman in the eye afterwards? Hooah! Anyway. Yeah, you know, I miss those old Ed McMahon days. You know what I mean? They said some stuff on those shows. Do you know what I mean? And everybody knew what they was talking about, right? Right? Right. Not all, not all in your face ratchet like people are now. Yeah, if I could eat you up, exactly. People getting in, you're like, oh, you taste, you're a tasty little treat. Yeah, I am, because I take care of myself, right? Please, Lonnie Anderson. How many? How much? Yeah, she had them the top out to here, and the backside didn't look too bad either. You know what I mean? They put her in them skirts and everything. You know, the blonde hair. Come on. That's what we're talking about here. Okay. Some of this is just biological. All right. So again, collective, you could be like, all right, whoever this is, you know, like kind of howling at the moon for you, and you're just like, well, I don't know what you want, because, you know, but they're kind of saying this. Whether or not you want that, obviously, is another story. Right? Okay. Yeah, this person's saying, why are you so selfish? Why are you so selfish? Or maybe you're asking this person. Yeah, they want you to forgive them, collective. Yeah, they could have acted selfish in the past. Yeah. And, you know, the thing is, collective, if somebody is like, if they keep coming around, but they never, like, come up with anything, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, why are they being selfish with your time? You know, at a certain point, you know, like, you know, if you were, I mean, let's say you're a therapist, let's say you're a stylist, maybe you're a nail tech, right? How many times are you going to let a client cancel on you until you're just like, you know what, I'm not even going to let you book my time, okay? Because when you say you're going to book it, you don't show up. You know, and this person could just be having some feelings because of the full moon, let's face it, right? Hormones. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, you know, like just because you're having a hormone attack doesn't mean everybody else has to run around, you know, and start panicking. That's not how it works over here. You know, and in some areas they'll be calling the law on your ass if you act too stupid. So just, you know, exactly. Okay, yeah, talk about acting stupid. I don't know about y'all, but Look at that. Yeah. This person, yeah, they want to like literally put a ring on it. Ringing the bell. Hmm. I'm hearing they don't want to be called selfish. They might have actually, but they might have been calling you that, collective. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, it's not very nice to be called names. Don't worry about those situations so much. You this person. I don't even know if they have your contact information. This could be an admirer from afar, like online. It could be a social media thing. There could be all, you could be on a dating thing right now as well. Um, that kind of stuff. So let's see what the tarot has to say about it. I'm getting collective that this person just goes hot or cold. So it's kind of like they want to come around and turn it on, right? And then if you don't reciprocate, then they're gonna be like, well, I don't know what you want from me then. And it's like, well, yeah, you can't. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Oh my. Some folks got a lot to learn, don't they? And we're all learning, aren't we? But sometimes we have to draw the line and say, well, I've learned my lesson on certain things like that, like letting people that are selfish not showing up, booking my time. I'm not holding that calendar open anymore. That's just not how it works. And this was coming through earlier collective too. It's just like, well, kind of yesterday, but coming through again. So I have to share it with you guys. It's a lot of folks are a lot of talk, right? And not a lot of action, right? So again, this full moon might guide somebody to act upon something, and if they're not acting upon something, then collective, you have to realize that that's a choice that that person has made to enact, right? So what are you gonna do in the meantime? You know, wait for Jack Frost. I mean, there's this movie, and gosh, I wish I could remember the actress's name at the moment, but Brock Hudson is the main male character, and he plays a tree arborist or whatever, and her her friend, and she's like a widow, and her friends don't. Maybe this is Jane Wyman. I'm not sure. Anyway, her friends don't approve of her dating him because of his profession, and like I think he's like too blue collar for her or something, and then like her kids don't want her to date him because that's their mom, and their mom's supposed to be the forever grieving widow of their dad, right? Yeah, but in the movie she makes the choice where she has to decide, like, does she choose her friends, does she choose her kids, or does she choose that, who's she going to be keeping company with through the end of the day, right? Those kids have gone off, those friends have gone off and, had their same old parties how many times over, right? Sometimes collectively we stop going to those things because, anyway, yeah, it becomes redundant at a certain point, right? It doesn't experience anymore. And, yeah, so anyway, if I find that movie, I'll post it because it's not one that's like super well known, but it is an older movie. It has, and the acting is good in it. Page of Wands. Yeah, somebody saying, I don't know what you want from me, and then they show up as a page. Exactly, because they're fiddle farting around. They're just playing. They're just playing. You know. And, I'm not saying you can't have fun, but, like, do you take your life and your choices seriously? Or are you so like, oh, like whatever, yeah, nothing matters, like that you're just willing to let other people make all the decisions for you? I mean, is that how you want to live your life? It's one approach. Uh, Three of Wands. Yeah, you might be getting ready to travel. This person could also want you to go somewhere with them. The person's saying that they would like to eat you up. Yeah, well, don't we all, right? I'd like to be on my romantic dream vacation as well, right? But, with someone who's actually gonna like help take care of me. Like I remember being in Mexico and getting bitten, and I was complaining, and like my ex wouldn't even like help me like get to the medical area or any, like he was just very, selfish, uncaring, unfeeling type person. You know what I mean? But if that would have been him and I didn't like practically like carry him on my back down to the fucking sand later, then that would have been. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, some people just call that being a man. And I'm not saying that to try and be cute or to disrespect men, but that's just how a lot of men have been raised and taught to believe about themselves and others around them. And just because you're taught that, right? I mean, there were a lot of people that were born into slavery and into slave times, but, they had a choice then at the end of the day, too, to say, well, maybe we ought to pay these folks that are working so hard for us, huh? Oh, there's a thought, right? Anyway, yeah, Ace of Cups, giving yourself that love, saying, yeah, fucking L'Oreal Paris, I'm worth it, baby. Yeah, to it. I got a PayPal out there. Go donate to it. You know where to find it? It's in the main description of my channel. And no, I don't ever come into anybody else's comments asking for donations. Trust me. I will comment on YouTube, so you might see me out there. I'm just saying. I have three different YouTube channels. I have more than three for YouTube channels, but I have three, uh, actually, technically four active channels that I post to. Well, this is what I'm saying, collective. Keeping yourself not only occupied but satisfied. You know, because you could chase people around all day saying, "Oh no, I'm not selfish. Oh please, master, can I help you some more?" "Oh, you're gonna pay me next week, okay?" "Oh, you can't get it until the week after that because you owed somebody else money, okay?" "Oh, you can't pay me again because you got to get your kid this, okay?" Some people, collective, think that's your job to do that for them eternally, because that's what they were taught and how they were raised to think about themselves. And they have been enabled and encouraged throughout their lives to do that type of behavior to other people without shame, without remorse, you know. So, yeah, some of these folks go unchecked for very long periods of time. Unfortunately, some of them also have very long rap sheets. I mean, like the guy that murdered those four family members. My God. Here's yet another example of a fucking puke of a human being that was given way too much clearance, and now four people are fucking dead. I hope somebody's sleeping well at night, huh? I mean, really? Yeah, it's us tarot readers out here that are the crazy ones. Uh-huh. Okay, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself twice. Because guess what? Lonnie Anderson's dead, and she ain't taking charity cases. So, here's the card. Okay. Yeah. Five of Cups. The party that never happened, right? That's what this person was doing. Oh, I need to go to the party. Oh, I need to be with the popular people. Oh, I need to be doing this. And you're going to support me the entire time and prop me up even though I'm contributing nothing. Kind of sounds like those politicians we got down in Congress. I mean, what's their salary up to now? Well over $100,000. And some of these people come from very wealthy families. I mean, like landowning families. People that would inherit land, houses, businesses, and straight up cash, even if they didn't work in Congress. Now ask yourself, what have they fucking done for you today? Oh, that's right. Because they were drinking on your fucking dime. And they didn't give a fuck when they cut your Medicare. And they're not going to. Because they have all the money in the fucking world. Already. Do you understand? Now who's selfish? Now who's selfish? Yeah, they like to say they're Christian, but Anyway, yeah, Four of Swords. It's on this Marry Me card here. Yeah, this person would literally sleep like the dead if you were next to them. They're like, yeah, I'm solid. Also, collective, I'm getting that you're just very unbothered, unworried. Okay, and part of it is because you have said goodbye to these selfish energies. You're like, yeah, last time I checked, you motherfuckers didn't do jack squat for me. And I voted for both sides, believe it or not. None of you motherfuckers have done shit for me. Have you? I mean, there are some law-abiding folks and officers of the law and judges that are willing to listen and make logical decisions based upon past behavior. Very predictable past behavior. And past behavior that has been buried in records. Why aren't these records so more easily available to the public so that we can really understand what a danger some of these fuck-ups, these foobars, these massive fucking foobars are? Because that's exactly what they are. You all know it. Because in their mind, they're going to fucking return to fucking hell where they belong. Like the thieves they are. Ring the bell on that shit. Your goose is fucking cooked, motherfucker. It's cooked. You hear that, goose? You're cooked. go get somebody else to lick your taint, why don't you? Maybe one of your other friends can help you with that, huh? Yeah. Choose your business partners carefully, folks. 3 of Pentacles. You know, it's interesting how much a person would prostitute themselves when they owe massive amounts of money, not only to, well, you know, drug dealers, local drug dealers, regular old, you know, whatever, stoners around town, cokeheads probably too, and, you know, I don't know, you know, your special friends and stuff like that, and, yeah, then we start owing the government money, yeah, starts getting kind of serious, doesn't it? Things start getting a little tense, don't they? But it don't matter, collective, because you're looking mighty fine, aren't you? Out here, that star energy, Aquarius. Look at that. And a big, fat, old emperor wanting to come around and pay your bills. And a sensitive one at that, yeah. Coming to return the love that you actually, oh yeah, deserve. And that's the fucking truth. That's the fucking truth. Isn't it? Isn't it? Aren't we glad it's not so noisy now? And you guys were able to clearly hear all the enunciation in this message that I've been able to provide for you today. If you enjoyed this message, please do consider subscribing to the channel or liking the video. Remember, you do not have to be a subscriber in order to like the video. But your like, especially if you're in the chat today, is appreciated. Let's see where we're at here. Got a few likes up on 28 minutes. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Can you please check mine? Yeah, there are some few things. La la la. La la la. Premise of the movie. Yeah. Yeah. I think whoever, if you're commenting on the same movie that I was talking about earlier, I don't know if that's what you're talking about in the chat. Anyway, I will try and find that movie because it was very nice, especially you know, because she's like at a certain, you know, 'cause she's raised her children, they're out of the house, you know what I mean, they're grown adults, so you know, what she does with her time is really none of their business. Anyway, until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye bye.